I was raised by my grandmother, and even though there was no one else in my family that went to college, she always pushed me to excel in school.
College is a whole different experience. Even if you're like near your family and everything, the support may be there spiritually, but like you need support academically.
I'm from Southeast DC, where a lot of people don't go to school, like a lot of people don't graduate, so I just feel like it was always expected for me not to achieve things. So to see that people from outside, people who have already achieved great things in their life, saying that you're doing good and you're going to be okay, is just giving me comfort.
It's kind of tough being on your own, but then you reflect, like with this foundation, you're not really on your own.
Abramson Scholarship Foundation is one of the best stories, I believe, not only in the city, but the country. That we're working specifically to assist children, young people from a public district that has 98,000 students in it, and help first-generation college students not only go to college, but to successfully complete college.
The hidden cost of education for a lot of students that come from my background is overwhelming at some times. For a lot of students, it's always finding that perfect sweet spot where I can support myself financially and excel academically.
I actually decided since I was 12 that I wanted to be a lawyer, and from there, everything just kind of fell into place. Just since I've been in the Abramson Scholarship Foundation, it's just really helped me a lot because I'm a first-generation college student, so it's a lot of things that I don't know and that they help me to know and understand.
Zion is just incredible to me in terms of just what she's able to do in her day-to-day, week-to-week schedule. She's a full-time student at Howard University, and then she's also working a couple of jobs that add up to more than one full-time job.
My main job is Chipotle. I'm a manager at Chipotle. I would take about 5 classes, so I would go to school from 8 o'clock until about 4 o'clock, and then I would work from about 5 until 9:30. And then Wednesdays I would work from about 7 until 4, and then I would have class from like 5 until 8:30. And then Thursdays I would have class from 8 until 4, and then work from 5 to 11. And Fridays I would just work both jobs for about 14 hours a day.
The students who apply to Abramson are usually in the top of their class. They've worked in community service, not the required hours, far more than you can imagine. They're just such hardworking, and they're so driven, and they're so excited. And here we are, we finally made it to college, which is really important, to be able to get into college and to be able to find a way to pay for it. But it's really important to stay, to be able to stay, and to be able to get the mentoring necessary to make it through.
Wednesday I have a math test, and Thursday I have a presentation with my group. With Deborah, she really did give me basically everything that I couldn't have done on my own.
I know it's so tempting because your parents are so nice and your mom's so sweet, but you can't go home that often. I'm gonna have to talk to her.
No, yeah, that's why I'm trying to stop, because I have to stay here and I have to make up for this college experience. She brought me down, she grounded me, and she was like, that I can really do it. All I have to do is just persist and look at the end goal, and it'll be worth it in the end. I can make it.
The experiences of being a mentor is so much more than I ever imagined. It's wonderful to think about not just how I can help with advice, but sometimes talk to this friend of mine about this career, what it's like.
Like they always say, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And for me to have 2 judges as mentors, they always tell me you could come down and just sit in the office and watch the cases. And I know that when it's time for me to find an internship for next summer, that I'm going to have the help and support of them.
Some of it, I think, is the networking opportunity, but also a lot of it, I think, is just the feeling of emotional support, somebody to, talk to you about how things are going.
So if I can have your attention, please. Mentors, mentor parents, good evening and welcome to our fall care package evening. As you know, we are preparing packages for 31 students who are all over the country in college, and we are just so delighted that you are helping to make this happen. Every year we get better, and every year you bring more and more delicious items to put into the packages.
People don't understand how important that is in college, but not even just the gifts in it, but they would have a sheet of paper and everyone would sign it and write little motivational things to help you get through your midterms and to help you get through your finals. And when times get hard and I really think about quitting, because people don't tell you, but you think about quitting in college a lot. Like it's very stressful. And I would just look at the note and most of them say, you know, keep pushing, you're amazing, you're doing great. And by the end of reading about 15 motivational things, you can't help but to keep pushing.
Our mission sort of sells itself when you get to know the young people that are getting our scholarships. I know I feel so strongly about it, and I think that people who really get to know the students will really just want to, I would really like to help someone like Zion finish college.
Coming from my personal background, low income, from Washington, D.C., I really didn't have a lot of confidence in myself, thinking that the world around me viewed me in a certain lens. Knowing that I had the support from Abramson allowed me to just shake off that weight, that chip on my shoulder, and really allowed me to just be my own person. And with that, I can now prop up and bring along others around me.
To me, access to education is the most important thing. Being able to provide that support for kids who have not had the same opportunities, who have worked so hard. There's nothing more rewarding.